San Francisco, dude. San Francisco, what the fuck? Had a chance to beat these motherfuckers and you lose the motherfucking game because Pierre fucking Garcon wants to commit an offensive pass interference. These motherfucking Washington Redskins, my nigga, they're pissing me the fuck off, dude. These motherfuckers will not go the fuck away, my nigga. You feel me? It's like, bitch, go fucking die. Like, fuck, man. It's like, nigga, just like I said, it's that annoying ass gnat at a motherfucking barbecue. Get the fuck out of my fucking face. Just irritating the fuck out of a motherfucker. Making my fucking dick itch, nigga. It ain't even the motherfucking Cowboys at this fucking point. It's the fucking Redskins, my nigga. I mean, how in the fuck?
Hey yo, what is up everybody? It's B Milton. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host here on the Redskins review. And you guys, I apologize for not making this video sooner. You know, last night I was pretty busy. I had work early today. But I did, you know, push through that, and I was thinking to myself, I gotta make a video. I gotta get you guys a video last night. But then, just the whole Breeland injury, I wanted to wait. I wanted to wait until today to learn more about the injury to make this video. I'm sure there's a bunch of other Redskins YouTubers who made videos last night, in my absence, but I wanted to wait to figure out what's going on with this Breeland injury, and we found out a lot more about it today. I'm not sure if there were results that were given back, but I saw John Keim and some other people saying that Breeland feels a lot better about his injury, and that he just has a sprain, an MCL sprain, and that he might even play versus the Eagles next Monday. So, oh my God, that is huge ass news. This is such a relief, man. You guys know I love Breeland. He's been having a fantastic year. The guy is a dog. He's a warrior, man. Just like Josh Norman, he's a warrior. I'm sure whenever he can come back from that injury and get back in this game and playing for us, I'm sure he will do it as soon as possible. I don't want to rush him back, though. Obviously, if he is not ready to go Monday, I don't want him to injure himself further than that. Give him a week off or whatever. Give him the time that he needs to heal. We need that guy, you know, at least 80%. All right. Also, I think at the beginning of this video, I'm gonna put some of the EDP rant. This dude, why? I don't know. If anyone doesn't know who he is, he's just a Eagles fan who finds shit to bitch about. Like, he's bitching about the Redskins. Like, his team, he's an Eagles fan, and he's from California somehow. I don't understand how that works, but nonetheless, he's an Eagles fan, and his team, he's just known for bitching and moaning about his team, right? So then he goes on, now that the Eagles are 5-1 and he doesn't have much to bitch about, he goes on his channel and is just bitching about the Redskins and the 49ers. The 49ers were this close to beating the Redskins and they couldn't do it, and you know, he's upset that the Redskins just won't go away and, you know, leave them alone and shit like that. Man, it's because the Redskins are good, man. Like, and then first of all, the next thing I gotta say is this division in general is one of the most competitive divisions for sure. I went on another Eagle YouTuber's channel for the first game of the season, and I told him, I was like, hey, look, I know the Eagles and the Redskins, we always get doubted. We are always people plan on us and rate us, saying we're going to be at the bottom. These two teams are going to be at the bottom of the division, and look, we deserve respect, man. We're the two teams on the top right now, and just the NFC East in general always seems to be getting clowned on. I don't understand why. The Giants won the division last year and had one of the best defenses in the NFL that were just punking people, and nobody saw this coming. there's just such a there's so much competitiveness within this one division that it's just so exciting to watch. You never know. There's no one like workhorse that's just blowing people out every year. We don't have a Patriots in our division that's just destroying everyone. There's no one dynasty here, yet it's an always revolving door of who is actually going to win the division, and it's exciting. We're not sitting here watching the same team just beat up on teams. We don't have, even though the Browns are 1-5 right now, I'm not going to put them in the same breath as the Browns. We don't have a Browns in our division, all right? This isn't an easy division. Even though the Giants are like 1-5 right now, 1-4 right now, I don't care, dude. They're still a rival of ours. They still have some players on that defense. I'm not going to label them as pushovers. This is a hard division, man. So that's just basically what I'm saying is we kind of deserve respect. Also, the Eagles deserve some respect. We got to be watching out for them. I believe they are, now that the Chiefs lost, I think they are like the #1 power ranking team or something like that. So, and we're about to go into a big Monday night football game against them. But nonetheless, let's get into this 49ers game. So, backstory on the 49ers game, you guys. I didn't get to see the second half, all right? For some reason, my sister, she's having a baby shower, and women, I guess, they don't care about football. And on Sunday, she is having a baby shower. I had to go to it, and it's at 2 p.m. It's at 2 o'clock, but the guys, we all showed up around 3 o'clock. And I live here in Baltimore, and not only did the Redskins play at 1 o'clock, the Ravens played at 1 o'clock. So having the baby shower at 2 o'clock and having all the men come at 3 o'clock, we're just leaving in the middle of our football games to go sit there and watch women open presents for somebody. Congratulations to my sister for having a baby and all, but you could have put a little bit more thought into when you're going to have your baby shower on a Sunday, knowing that everyone watches football around here. But, nonetheless, I knew I was going to miss a majority of the second half of the game. And when we went up to 17-0, I was sitting there thinking, oh my God, am I really going to be able to leave in the third quarter and sit here and just be up, just be shutting a team out and not have to worry and not have to check my phone every 2 seconds? And could we just have one easy game? I was thinking to myself, could we just have one game where I don't need to be worried the entire time? I'm not glued to my screen, my TV screen. And we were up 17-0. I thought, damn, this might just be one of those games where, we just make it easy. And for sure it wasn't. I was left in like the third quarter, right after they got that punt return or that kick return, and I'm just like, God damn it, like that's when I had to leave. And it was 17-17 or something like that at that point. And I'm like, I was stressing it, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was stressing. I was checking my phone every 2 seconds, just watching plays. I remember when I saw that big play to Davis, Vernon Davis, I was jumping up and down, man. I was looking on my phone, and I just see the meter just goes whoop, like 70-yard play. And I'm like, oh shit. But so yeah, I didn't get to see most of the second half. I did, watch a replay of the highlights of the game, and I did watch the first half. And this might seem like a little just being a bitch, bitching about this, but the goddamn referees have it out for us this year. Do they not? Do they not? Like, I'm tired of this. Is only like the fifth game or whatnot, or fifth week or whatever in the season, right? And fourth, I'm losing count here, whatever. But you guys know what I'm talking about. But like, how many times? maybe all of last season. Maybe all of last season, you can go back, and there might be like one game where I might be just bitching about the referees, right? Like, that's not something I like to do. That's not something that I like to touch on or harp on or whatever. It's out of our control. But this year, god damn it, through only a couple games, through 5 games. Like it is an ordeal. All right, it's an ordeal. In this game, the one call where I don't know if it was Vernon Davis or whichever tight end was going over the middle and clearly had his arm down on the goddamn field, and then the ball popped out after that, and then they give it to him. Like, dude, come on, man. Even the guy who's commentating is like, his arm's down, he's down, and then oh man, like the referees have it out for us this year. All right, so moving forward through the season, I'm gonna accept that there's gonna be more bullshit coming our way. All right, this is just not a normal year. This is not a normal year for us. The referees pretty much sealed the deal, and also in this game, Brian Hoyer or whoever was throwing the football and his arm got hit and he dropped the ball. We picked it up, scored a touchdown because they let the play go. And then they go back and they look at the replay and go, hey, his arm was coming forward some and he released the ball. That is an incomplete pass. Well, where the fuck was that mentality during the goddamn Eagles game when you basically straight up gave us an L? You lost us that game because now, I mean, it's still, our fault. But I mean, like, the referees just ended the game right there. The referees said, game's over. But because they watched almost even more, the one in the Eagles game was even more obvious. The ball completely left his hand before his arm even got hit. It was more obvious than the one in this game, and they got this one right, but that's what I'm saying. Already through a couple games, I don't normally bitch about fucking refereeing this much, but god damn it, do they have it out for us this year. So, also, let's jump on the whole Kirk Cousins train. 3 touchdowns, ran for one of them. 1 interception, could have been 2 interceptions. The guy messed it up or whatever. And the 1 interception he threw was kind of like a punt. Now, I'm not going to say it was not really kind of like a punt because there's still like 6 minutes left in the first half, but he was taking. I can't fault Kirk Cousins and Jay Gruden for this. They were planning on taking deep shots. All right, they were. We were up 14-0, and something that Kirk Cousins and Jay Gruden are trying to do is they are trying to keep their foot on the gas pedal. If you haven't learned this yet, that's what they're trying to do. All right. So I don't blame them for taking the deep shots. It was just 2 bad throws in a row by Kirk Cousins. Whatever. The dude was off that day, all right? He also averaged 8.9 yards a throw. So this dude's throwing 9 yards almost every single pass. So I don't see much to bitch about Kirk Cousins' day. He had a pretty fantastic day. 330 yards. He did what he needed to win us this football game. Still see people online got some bad shit to say. Oh, we barely beat the 49ers. It was way closer than it should have been. Well, tell the referees that, all right, man. I don't want to hear it about Kirk Cousins. He did what he needed to do to win that goddamn football game. Look at our goddamn run game, all right? If we have any chance at all in beating the Eagles this weekend, Rob Kelly better play. If Rob Kelly is a no-go, if he's not playing this weekend, I don't know how we get it done. I just do know we cannot go in there without a run game and expect to get a W. We can't, dude. We've been skinning through these games with P. Ryan looking like straight ass, dude. Like I'm not gonna. I don't know how many times I need to come up here and say it. The dude's not impressive. All right. Now, also I seen like one play out of Mac Brown during this game, and it was like third and 1, and we're like straight up in a run situation where we have 2 tight ends on the field, and for some reason we decide to run the ball to the side where we have 2 tight ends on the field, and Vernon Davis and I guess Jordan Reed just get blown up. Like, they just get blown up, and they have nowhere to go. And sure, absolutely, that's a reason. That's one of the reasons why P. Ryan doesn't look so good. We just can't run block at times. I understand that, but I just feel like we could get more done with Mac Brown, and I enjoy Mac Brown. I think we should be starting him. We ran Chris Thompson up the middle in this game a bunch of times. I was worried about. You guys know for a long time I've been advocating giving Chris Thompson the ball more on first down. Last year, I was saying it last year. Give Chris Thompson the ball more on first down. I'll be happy with seeing it. But now, seeing that he's like our only running back that's doing a goddamn thing, I didn't want to see him running the ball up the middle this many times in a game versus 0-5 team. I didn't want to see that. Run him to the outside if you're gonna run him. If it was like a tight game versus the Eagles next week, sure, run them up the middle. We need that game. We need to win it. Playing an 0-5 team, I'm not going to overlook the 49ers, but dude, we have Mac Brown activated. Run him up the middle. He's a little bit bigger, just as fast. I mean, our run game is an issue, man, and it's been an issue. I'm really hoping next year that we spend a high draft pick on a running back. You guys know how I feel about Rob Kelly. I like Rob Kelly, but if he's not gonna be here, what are we gonna we better start looking for the future. If this dude can't stay healthy, man, I would have loved to have Alvin Kamara right now. That dude looks pretty beast. It would be nice to have that guy. But run game was pretty bad. Chris Thompson still absolutely destroying people on screen passes. Woo! Dude, that's going to scare the shit out of people. That is going to scare the living shit out of defensive coordinators, dude. What he did today, or he had like 100 some yards receiving, had like 33 yards on the ground. If we get that run game going, man, we will be firing on all cylinders. I'm also happy what we did in the passing game. I didn't see the second half, but apparently Ryan Grant came on in the second half and really saved our ass. Now, you guys know, in probably just my last video, I said I'm tired of seeing drops by Terrell Pryor and Josh Doxson. Josh Doxson did have that touchdown, the one play he caught a pass in this game, I think the only time. But I'm tired of seeing those two. If Kirk Cousins feels more comfortable throwing the ball to Ryan Grant, I don't care. Take Terrell Pryor off the goddamn field. Take Josh Doxson off the goddamn field. I want to see rhythm. I want to see something happening. I want to see how the connection like he has with Crowder, or the connection he used to have with Pierre Garçon. I want that connection back. I want to be able to move the chains. I want fluidity in the passing game. And if that means we have to sit a guy on the bench who's on a 1-year deal just to put Ryan Grant in the game, let's do it. I'm all for it. I want first downs. I want to win. I want to Ryan Grant's catching touchdown passes for a couple weeks in a row. Put the man on the field. I feel comfortable with the guy. I think Kirk Cousins feels more comfortable with him than he does in a couple of those other guys. So I'm glad to hear that. I also love the first play of the game where we come out and we run a jet sweep with Jamison Crowder and we hand the ball off to him. I like it. It makes Jay Gruden is just good at play calling, all right? We come out, we're playing a 0-5 team. Hey, first play, let's see if they're, on their toes. Run a jet sweep with Jamison Crowder. We want to give Jamison Crowder the ball more. We not only did that in that play, also see, hey, is the defense, are they awake? Let's see. So I love stuff like that, man. Jay Gruden, that's why I'm a Jay Gruden fan, dude. He does shit that is just, it makes sense, man. And sure, he's going to have some blunders, just like Kirk Cousins is going to have some blunders. But for the most part, I enjoy what I see out of both of them. So, God damn, it would just pay Kirk Cousins. I don't understand how Kirk Cousins isn't worth the $125 million that we should have paid him last year. I just don't understand that. But enough about that. The defense played really well in the first half. I didn't get to see the second half. Obviously, we had a bunch of injuries. Josh Norman obviously didn't play. Breeland got hurt. And on the play where Breeland got hurt, man, like, I get it. it was like the left tackle or whoever like went low and just chop blocked the shit out of Breeland. But it's like, dude, he's a corner, man. Like Trent Williams isn't gonna go cut block in a corner. He's gonna straight up grab him and manhandle him out of the way. Why are you chop blocking a corner, dude? Like you're about to end people's career. You weigh 300 goddamn pounds, dude. Like I understand if you're chop blocking a linebacker, okay, go ahead and do it. I'm not gonna complain. But a corner, like you're not gonna see Trent Williams is just gonna manhandle people. All right, so I don't understand why that dude's doing that. It does happen. I'm not gonna get that pissed off. It's football. Shit like that happens. I just really we dodged a bullet on this one. If Breeland's okay and you can come back and play in a couple weeks or sooner, we dodged a bullet, dude. We need Breeland. I like the guys that we have. I like all the backups we have for corners. Even apparently Dunbar played really well in this game. That's good news to hear. That's good news to hear because we're going to need him to play well down the road. I like Fabian Moreau, but you can see on the one play where we gave up the long touchdown pass to Aldrick Robinson, ex-Redskin, I'm pretty sure, right? We gave that up to Aldrick Robinson, and it's because Fabian Moreau and Monte Nicholson, they're not on the same page. That's not what we want to see going into a game versus a 5-1 Eagles team. We don't want to see shit like that, and we don't want to have to see it in the Eagles game. There's a lot of things defensively that broke down in this game that we don't want to see in the Eagles game. We struggle versus quarterbacks who extend plays. This defense has been fantastic all year at just stopping the obvious, just being a solid defense. But anytime a quarterback goes off schedule or rolls out or runs the football, no one seems to be aware of it. And that's why I'm pretty worried about this Eagles game. If we lose to the Eagles, it's not going to be the end of our season or nothing, but obviously it has huge implications. If we won the game, that would help us out tremendously. But that's why I'm worried about this Eagles game. We need our guys to do better in situational football where we're running against Alex Smiths of the world, guys who can extend plays. We are good at, hey, the quarterback's going to take a 5-step drop. He's got nowhere to go with the football. But then if he runs, that's it. It's like we don't have an answer for that. And this defense is pretty young. And let's talk about Monte Nicholson, man. It has been how long since we've actually drafted a goddamn safety that looks promising and has skill and makes plays, and it feels so good. It feels so good to have a guy out there just making plays, and just doing it aggressively, and just being heightened by DJ Swearinger and all the other swag that's on that defense, all the DBs. And Monte Nicholson looks good, man. Now I understand later in the game I didn't get to see the second half. I'm sure Monte Nicholson had some to do with giving up some plays and stuff like that. But for a rookie, man, I've been really impressed with Monte Nicholson, and I give credit to Jay Gruden, dude. Jay Gruden is our talent evaluator. Sure, Bruce Allen probably we have to give him some props for actually putting in the ballot for us drafting the kid. But before Scott McCloughan left, he praised Jay Gruden as a talent evaluator, and I'm not going to sit here and for a second just not think that Jay Gruden had his hand in picking out Monte Nicholson. The guy is good, man. And talking about safeties, we need DeShazer Everett. If we have any chance in this Eagles game, we need DeShazer Everett to step up and play. We've been going through some injuries here, but not as I follow some other team. I watch other football games and follow other football news. And sure, we have some injuries, but we ain't the worst on the block. This isn't what we have. We have depth at stuff. All right, so we have some decent depth at safety. linebacker, even corner. We have some depth, all right? So as long as people like Josh Norman and Breeland, they're going to be out, and now Jonathan Allen's going to be out a couple weeks. As long as they're out a couple weeks and they come back and play, I'm okay with that. We just need to minimize the season-ending injuries, which a lot of other teams are going through a lot of them this year so far. It seems a lot of people have been getting hurt this year, all right? So it sucks seeing some of our guys get injured, but our guys are tough, man. Monte Nicholson gets hurt, comes back in the game, helps us win the goddamn game, you know? What a rookie, man. And like I said, how long has it been since we've drafted a safety that's done anything? Bakari Rambo, Phillip Thomas, the list goes on. The list goes on, man. So we got to praise Monte Nicholson for what he's done so far. DeShazer Everett's played well when he did play earlier in the season. Stephon McClure, I would have to go and watch tape to tell you how he played. The whole entire defense played well in the first half, so I guess he played pretty well for the majority of the game. Trying to think of what else to say, man. Our defense was getting after him, even though, you know, people are going to make a big deal. Oh, we barely beat San Francisco, man. A lot of people barely beat San Francisco, man. Kyle Shanahan, I have a lot of respect for the guy. You know, I have a lot of respect for a lot of the Logan Paulson. I liked Logan Paulson a lot. They got, you know, they're recite Aldrick Robinson when he was with Kyle Shanahan on the Falcons. He played well over there. You know, they got a lot of guys recycled from us that were playing well. Pierre Garçon, it pisses me off, man. Like, it pisses me off that, you know, after the hit on Monte Nicholson, just like DJ Swearinger said. Now you can't punch Pierre Garçon. You can't do that. That's 15 yards. But I do understand going up and saying some shit to him, because you go and you hit this guy and he's not even up off the ground, and you're like celebrating and shit like that. That's not classy, dude. That's I think that should have been a penalty in general, you know, like sitting there just taunting and shit after you hit somebody and they're not even up off the ground yet. Like, obviously they got some issues, and I'm glad that DJ Swearinger went over there and said some shit, but I'm not glad that he got 15 yards and then hooked them up. You know what I'm saying? But needless to say, we won the goddamn game. Big game coming up against the Eagles. I feel like this season's going to come down to how many guys on our team can grit it out. We're going to have injuries. Jonathan Allen isn't going to play. We got some guys that aren't going to play. Zach Brown is phenomenal. The one play I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, in the first half, where it's just a run play, and as soon as the ball is handed off, Zach Brown shoots this goddamn gap so goddamn fast, and he's just in the backfield tackling that guy. Like, everyone in the entire stadium, everyone watching at home knows there's a gap there, because Zach Brown found that shit and was through it like in light speed, alright? The dude was quick as shit in the backfield. The guy is phenomenal. That's a guy we can't afford to lose. Sure, we have depth at linebacker, but we don't have anybody like Zach Brown at linebacker, alright? But like I said, I think the season's going to come down to we have so much offensive talent. Our defense is playing better. We could do anything this season, but barring injuries, how many people are going to grit out injuries? Like Trent Williams played this game injured. How many more guys are going to step up and play injured like that? DeShazer Everett this week. I forget what's wrong with him. He's got some sprains, hamstring sprain or something like that. Dude, this is the Eagles. This is a big divisional game. We need you, man. We need you to step up and play in this game. With injuries to Monte Nicholson, we need you, man. So let me go through some of the stats real quick here. Kirk Cousins went 25 out of 37 for 330 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 rushing touchdown. Chris Thompson had 4 receptions for 105 yards, and he had 16 carries for 33 yards. Chris Thompson had the most rushing yards in the game for us as a single person. P. Ryan had like under 3 yards a carry. You guys know how I feel about him. We were actually kind of even. The 49ers ran 70 plays, we ran 71, but we had much more time of possession. We had 36 minutes, and they had 23 minutes. We had 2 turnovers, though, and they had 1 turnover. We had 419 yards, and they had 335 yards. So, we still didn't give up 100 yards rushing in this game. That's good news. Now, LeGarrette Blount is a bigger task next week. And we're going to need a run game. That's what I'm going to be looking for first and foremost. The Eagles have a good offense. They're going to score points. But can we also score points and manage the clock ourselves by running the football? We need to run the football. We need to run the football to set up play action. We need to run the football to throw the ball down the field to Jamison Crowder and people like that. So, yeah, that's kind of the 49ers game, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully Rashad Breeland is okay. Hopefully we get more news about him and the extent of his injury. All reports have said it's a sprained MCL and that he could be back on the field by Monday. So hopefully that's true. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm B Militant, Redskins Review. See you in the next one. Peace.